I came here in 1973 and retired in 2001.
Right. And you were head of department?
Head of department from 1986 to 91. Yeah,
yes.
5 years.
Yes.
One day, out of the blue, Professor Edwin Pullyblank, who was head of this department here, called me and asked me if I would be interested in coming to UBC for a job interview. Well, I jumped at the chance because at Oberlin's a very good school, but I was in a department of religion and I didn't have time to keep up with my Chinese language studies and teaching about China. I even brought in a group of my devoted students, those that I had, to my office, and we would read Chinese texts in my office. They didn't get any credit for it, but it was something that kept me going with the Chinese. So when Pullyblank called and knew it was in the Department of Asian Studies and I'd be teaching Chinese classical language and history and religion and philosophy, I jumped at the chance. Among other things, the history of Chinese philosophy. And in that course in particular, at the beginning of every class, I wrote a Chinese proverb on the blackboard. So they were into it right away. And then I never liked to stand behind the podium. I sat on a chair down together with the students. And we talked, I lectured, and we discussed, and it worked out pretty well.
I'm sure. Well, you got the Film Teaching Award when you first started. Well, certainly many other accomplishments, as you can see, some of your enormous number of publications, including Precious Volumes, which is about the Baojuan tradition.
Yeah, about Baojuan, that's correct.
And your work on North China, the popular religions with your Chinese colleagues.
All those are based on field work. I traveled all over China by myself, visiting scholars, libraries, research centers, and then eventually rural communities in Hebei to gather information for the publications.
And your graduate students also organized a conference in your honor.
That's correct.
Two PhDs from Asian Studies, Philip Platt and Paul Crow, both of whom have gone on to teach.
Both of them were my PhD students, yeah.
And the People in the Tao, New Studies in Chinese Religions, in honor of Daniel L. Overmyer.
Yeah. Yes, I was involved with that. I was on the Pacific, at the time it was called Endowment Lands Regional Park. It was, its legal status wasn't fully defined. And I worked hard with a group of fellow citizens in Vancouver to have the park declared as a provincial park. It took years of hard work to do, and many interviews and meetings, because UBC wanted the land to build on, and we wanted to keep the trees. And eventually we won. And it was named Pacific Spirit Regional Park.
And we're eternally grateful.
Well, that's one of the, I suppose, in retrospect, one of the major accomplishments in my life was helping get that park declared. It's a great place. It's a great place. People who are here should be happy and grateful and do their best to do a good job. We're all lucky to be here. We really are.
It's true.
A couple of years ago, I sent messages to all of my former colleagues and graduate students saying I need work to do, editing work, because I can't go on to China anymore to do field work because of my disability. I had polio when I was a kid. That's the problem. Anyway, so they've sent me over the years lots of draft manuscripts of books and articles, which I have a stack of about that high now on my desk. But I'm done. I need more work to do. Really, is what it is. So anybody wants any free help, free help in editing, commenting, criticizing, I'm your person.
A life of service now.
Right, exactly.
And academic achievement, and as you say, always following the truth.
Try to always follow the truth. Yeah.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.